Good evening, welcome to Daily News, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Today is the 29th of May 2022. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow. And so guys, here is the latest regarding to Kombi. And yes, the government has okayed the return of privately owned commuter omnibuses, Kombis, under new regulations being crafted to guide the liberalization of the urban mass public transport system. But commuter omnibuses will only operate under accredited associations and follow strict guidelines. Cabinet has already approved the amendment of the urban areas omnibus service regulations, which will be gazetted soon. The updated regulations would ensure strict enforcement of regulations that require an operator's license, certificate of fitness and route authority. All Kombis will also be required to obtain a valid rank disc from council, as well as passenger and vehicle insurance before they are allowed to ferry commuters. Local Government and Public Works Permanent Secretary Junechingwe Churu said Kombis that were not affiliated to ZUPCO could only start operating after the regulations were gazetted. Government has initiated procedures to institute the relevant subsidiary legislation and supportive operational measures to regulate the opening up of urban transport sector to private operators, said Churu. Principles for the urban areas omnibus services regulation 2022 were approved by Cabinet, and following the preparation of a draft statutory instrument, the relevant checks are being finalized before the statutory instrument is gazetted. A raft of supportive operational measures will also be instituted. Private operators who are not registered with ZUPCO are expected to comply with the requirements of the relevant authorities and will be mandated to operate under the new regulations to be gazetted. Among the requirements, he said, where an operator's license, certificate of fitness, route authority, rank disc, passenger and vehicle insurance, and any other documents or permits relevant to the sector. Statutory Instrument 83 of 2020 restricted the provision of intra-city passenger transport services to vehicles owned or managed by ZUPCO. However, earlier this month, President Mnangagwa announced government's plan to lift the suspension on private operators in response to the continued drop in COVID-19 cases and subsequent reopening of the economy. Greater Harare Association of Commuter Omnibus Operators Secretary General Ngone Kachairo said self-regulation in the urban transport sector was welcome. The fares will be determined by associations in consultation or after approval by government, but based on actual cost per kilometer. He said various associations will specifically allocate routes per association. The Blyway will improve service to commuters as opposed to a mixed grill. We expect each accredited association with a non-track record not to fly by nights to be allocated a corridor to operate and service commuters used agreed standard operating procedures. He said associations could quickly adjust to new administrative demands. We expect associations to be accredited in every province. That's for the 10 provinces. We expect between 50 to 40 associations. For example, Blayo has 3 associations. Harare can have 5 or 6 including ZUPCO, he added. We therefore see no challenge there, as each association will be expected to have an office and at least one administrator. As it grows, a general manager or a chief executive officer. Some private transport operators met in capital yesterday for an all stakeholders conference organized by the Zimbabwean Union of Drivers and Conductors. Transport and logistics expert Atskono Munemo said organizing urban transport under associations will facilitate formalization of the sector. The introduction of associations will bring uniformity in the private transport sector, said Munemo. It brings a sense of belonging to private players when engaging in collective bargain as opposed to negotiation as individuals. Under the current urban areas omnibus service regulations, the Minister of Local Government and Public Works may enter into an agreement with any person of the establishment and operation of an omnibus service within an urban area subject to meeting stipulated requirements. And so guys, that's the latest here. We wait to see my terms and conditions is achataura new government regarding to Kombi, right? And so there are many requirements which the government and the council we want, of course. Panenge pachitobuda mari kunzi certificate re fitness, panenge pachitobuda mari kunzi insurance whatsoever, panenge pachitobuda mari. At the same time, this Kombis or these buses needs to be 100% roadworthy, because upenyo wanu wakagara wakakosha. But you all know that not all of these Kombis will be following those procedures. Wakawanda vanenge vakuoperata vasina kana madiski acho emutero, because people be hustling. And saka change takuona zvakare mapurisa nevamakombi vachimanisana mutown. So it is what it is. We're gonna wait to hear more from the government regarding to this new terms and conditions avari kuisa iwo. At the same time, wataura nyaya yema associations, like what is happening in South Africa, whereby makombi mabus vane ma associations avanavo. And South Africa is different in a way that it's a very very deadly industry. Is people vandourayana vema associations because of maroots yaya kunzi association yakati toipa route number 1, number 2, number 3, imimi association imimi number 6, number 7, number 8. Saka zvinoita kuti zvive zvine order, but at the same time vanozodzamara vakuurayana maruti aya these association vakuenda kune imwe other area, posta mutaura everything. So we hope that this will be a good thing. At the same time, it will be peaceful. And it's a tili zvokuti vanhu vazovengane vasinge vakuurayana because of nyaya dzemaroads. And so there are advantages and disadvantages of having those associations, because pasina association munhu aingooperator panenge adira, as long as une route yako kunzi iyoyo from Harare to Bindura ndo route yanooperator iyoyo. And vamwe vaita strike, vamwe voramba vachingooperator. Saka kana vane association manje vanenge vakuti makombi edu ese ngaasafambe mangwana, isusu ngaasadase mangwana. So hope that there will be order. At the same time, we don't want people who will be taking the law into their own hands, vakuda kubvisa vamwe parod. And so we're gonna keep a close eye on this situation which is developing panyaya dzemakombi. And ngatitaure in the comment section. This is a daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Mila Entertainment TV. We wait for this new statutory instrument which the government will gazette, and tintakona vemakombi vakufamba zvakare muroad. And thank you very much for listening and watching. Daily news, breaking news, everyday news. Bless up.